Hello everyone. I hope this video finds you in good health. I would like to connect with more people, especially if you have pets that are dear to you, and if they have health problems, let me know about it and how you're handling it. In the past, I've had a few dogs, but I didn't have them for very long. And either we found they were strays that we found who the owners were, or a dog ran away, which was really, I never knew where the dog went, which was really sad. Before meeting Dan, I never had a dog I had to put down, a dog of my own. But I've had plenty of cats that, I didn't live on a busy street, but occasionally a cat would get hit by a car. A couple of them did. And one got hit by a car in the alley, which the alley wasn't very busy, so I was surprised about that. We buried the cat, and we buried more than one cat. So I've experienced this before. I had a black and white cat named Snuggles that had a hernia that turned into a tumor, and he died, and I was devastated. And my husband has experienced it numerous times because he's had a lot of dogs over the years. A German Shepherd in particular that was very dear to him, 13 years old, had a lot of health problems. He had to be put down. It was very sad. It wasn't easy. In fact, we went to OSU. They have a veterinarian hospital there. And the dog's name was Oswald. He was a sweetheart. I'll have to show you a picture of him. Hold on a moment. I didn't meet Oswald until he was 9 years old. He was Dan's dog, and he was an older dog when I met him, so I didn't consider him my dog exactly, but he was dear to me. He was a large German Shepherd, and he was a beautiful dog, very passive and easygoing. And he would, if there were two dogs that were like we were at a dog park and there were two dogs that were getting ready to get into a fight, he would go in between them and break up the fight. He was a very, like a referee. He would have made an excellent police dog. He had a very good temperament, and so lovable and so calm compared to the two dogs that we have, especially Smoochie in particular. Speaking of Smoochie, her bladder infection, around Christmas time, she was diagnosed with a bladder infection. And there's a video about that I put out for kids, and a lot of people didn't get to see it. So I changed that because it's a more serious matter now. She's a playful dog, and I love walking her and getting pictures of her or videos of her playing outside or jumping around. She's just full of energy. That's starting to change, though, unfortunately. We took her to 2 different veterinarians, and the latter one, they took x-rays. So we know what's wrong with her now. She has an inoperable tumor. It's very small. It's in a place they can't operate. So the veterinarian said that, I can't believe it because she's still so full of life. But he said that she might not make it past 9 months. And it's hard to believe, but the tumor is pushing on her bladder, so she urinates a lot, or she has the urge to urinate. So if you see me walk her, you'll see we have to stop a lot so she can, try to urinate or whatever. So she has discomfort now. And now we're noticing lack of appetite. Hooks her into eating. That really concerns me. Now, she's still as lovable as ever. Not quite as bubbly, but she's not eating a lot of the doggy treats that she used to eat. She's become a very picky eater. And so we're trying to please her as much as possible. And we're just at the vet's Friday, and they took some more blood work. So maybe they'll give us a better idea of how long she has. Maybe it's a very slow growing tumor. That's what we're hoping, so that she'll be with us longer than 9 months. And I just can't believe, that she would be gone after 9 months. It just doesn't seem possible. But to prevent the bladder infections, she's on medication that she's on an antibiotic. So we have to make sure she goes to the doctor on a regular basis to have that filled. And the other dog, Boo Boo's, doing fine. I thought would have health problems because she's not as robust as Smoochie. So this has really surprised the heck out of me. But my daughter was just here yesterday, and she has 2 little dogs, and she's a dog person like we are. And she said, well, Mom, Smoochie is 9 years old, even though she acts like she's a puppy. And I'm like, yeah, but most Shih Tzus or Poodles can live to be up to 15 to 18 years old. Unfortunately, she is half toy poodle, which are very prone to bladder infections and bladder problems and these type of tumors. So it's not surprising, I guess. It's still very heartbreaking. And I hope that the tumor if it's very slow growing, and that she is with us for, I'd like to say several more years, at least a few more years. A year or a couple years would be nice, because she is an amazing dog. And Dan just loves her. He's been heartbroken about this diagnosis. And I'm going to show you Smoochie right now. To see her now. And here she is. Smoochie. See, she looks good. She looks good. Oh. She doesn't like to be held that much, really. She's a free spirit. But she's lovable, and I've never seen a dog lick as much as she does. So her name being Smoochie is very appropriate. But she's not in a licking mood right now. Are you okay, honey? I'm worried about her. So if anyone has pets, please connect with me and let me know how you're handling this, because they mean the world to us. She's still a lot of fun, though. And we're going to have the best times with her we could possibly have. I was thinking about walking both of them today. I just haven't been doing much of that because of the cold weather. And then we had some freezing rain, and it's been very damp. And I've kind of had the winter blues. But it's good to have the dogs around for companions. So... and she may live a lot longer than what the doctor predicted. I'm hoping anyway. But Dan has been through a lot with his German Shepherd and some other dogs that he had over the years. He had so many dogs. At one time, he had 3 dogs and 2 cats living here. Dan had a dog named Contessa when I first met him. Dan would take them to the woods, and there were a lot of groundhogs. Dan would take her off the leash so she could chase the groundhogs. And Oswald would follow her, and they both would get the groundhog. I don't know why he let them kill it. I don't know why he did that. Well, men are different from women. They did kill one groundhog, he told me. So I would not have let them off the leash, but Dan is different from me, and he's a lot more daring or more prone to break the rules than I am. Yeah, because I like to follow the rules, about driving. He's kind of a wild driver. And he has a motorcycle with a trailer behind it. And he used to escort, it's like he was escorting a police dog. That's what it looked like. But he would ride his motorcycle with Oswald in the trailer. And you could see Oswald's a big dog, and he just stood up straight, and it was like a parade. People love to see Dan riding down the street on his motorcycle with his dog in the trailer behind him. So that caused a big stir in the neighborhood here. And he was known for that. And he took Oswald everywhere with him. He was just really close to him. And I noticed Dan has grown an attachment to Smoochie the same way, a very similar way. Not quite the same, because Dan prefers big dogs. Now, his mom she was elderly when she purchased these dogs. from Petland, I believe. She was elderly, so she needed small dogs that she could handle, and it was recommended that she choose Shih Tzus, which are smaller dogs. But Dan, between the two, Smoochie is more his speed because she listens to him and she has really good dog instincts, where Boo it has a mind of her own, kind of in a world of her own. And she doesn't always listen when he calls her, and she's stubborn. But Smoochie is more like a man's best friend, I should say. Yeah. And sticks by him. And
it's just hard for us to accept that she may not be with us much longer.
Everything that occurs in life, life's problems, sometimes they come at you all at once, and it will affect you. And sometimes you put the daily task aside and things build up. But it's more important to take care of our little dogs and take care of each other and be happy. More important than keeping a really clean, organized home. But that's important also, and it would make me happier if I did it. And it would all help get my mind off some things also. So you'll be seeing more of Smoochie and Boo Boo in these videos, but I might be placing a little more, I might be showing Smoochie a little more often. Yeah, because I'm hoping that you'll pray for her and that she'll be with us a few more years, not just 9 months. Okay, let me know if you've experienced anything like this. I'm guessing many of you have, especially if you have pets, dogs and cats, and how you handle it. Blessings to all of you. I'll see you on the next one.